We have a question from Barbara from Dallas, and she asks, do you believe that the January 6th event at the U.S. Capitol was a planned false flag operation led by some key individuals in the Democratic Party or Republican Party in order to persecute and cast a negative light on all Trump supporters?
Yes.
Yes. So look, that's a question that encompasses a lot. January 6th, a lot was happening. On January 6th, I was standing on the Senate floor, leading 11 senators in objecting to the certification of the election and calling for the appointment of an election commission to review the evidence of voter fraud. On January 6th, President Trump was speaking to an assembled crowd. There were thousands, tens of thousands of people there protesting peacefully, who were patriots, who love this country, and were standing up for this country. There was also tragically violence on that day. There were some individuals who engaged in violence. At the Capitol, there were 140 police officers who were physically assaulted at the Capitol that day. Now, my view on this has always been simple. If you engage in violence, you should be prosecuted. If you violently assault a police officer, you should go to jail for a very long time. If you engage in peaceful protest, you are exercising your constitutional rights. And on the question of what was the involvement, whether false flag operation or the involvement of the FBI, I think they're a very good question. Some of y'all may have seen the questioning that I had for the FBI recently about who is Ray Epps. I asked the FBI, did any FBI agents engage in acts of violence on that day? The FBI refused to answer. I asked, did the FBI encourage or incite others to engage in acts of violence? They refused to answer that. Look, Ray Epps, I don't know the facts of what the story is on Ray Epps. I've seen the videos, I suspect most of y'all have seen, where he's urging the crowd, we're going to go, this is the day before, January 5th, we're going to go into the Capitol. Not just to the Capitol, we're going to go into the Capitol. And the crowd starts chanting, Fed, Fed, Fed. I mean, it's weird. The whole dynamic is weird. And then the next day, on January 6th, you see him again with one guy there, and he's whispering in his ear. It's on video. They're at the barricades. He whispers in the guy's ear, and 5 seconds later, the guy comes forward, tears the barricades forward, and starts entering the Capitol. I asked, look, is this guy a Fed? They wouldn't answer it. I think we have a right to demand answers to these questions. And actually, someone called out something and said, how come I called patriots insurrectionists? I didn't. I can't tell who's talking. Okay. So number one, the word insurrectionist I have never used in this context, because the word insurrectionist is a politically charged garbage word used by the left. So I've never said that. What I have referred to for a decade is anyone who violently assaults a cop. I have called them terrorists for a decade. When we saw Black Lives Matter and Antifa riots all over the country, there were 750 police officers injured all over the country, and I referred to those over and over and over again as terrorist attack. When you're firebombing police cars, when you're attacking police officers, I don't like people who violently assault cops. And so I'll just make a very, very simple distinction. If you're violently assaulting cops, I think you should go to jail for a long time. If you're peacefully speaking, you got a right to speak, and I will defend your right with every breath in my body. And that's the distinction I made then and now.
Thank you.